We're just about to start the second gig on the European tour. How did last night go, Robert? Were you pleased with it?
After about the first 3 minutes, I realised where we were and what we were doing, and it became... I was pleased with it, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we might be a little shaky because we always are so self-analytical that the first wrong note we go, oh. But it went really, really well.
Yeah.
Really well. We're all pretty pleased.
Why did you start the tour in Europe? Was it a kind of lead-in to the American tour?
I think it was the easiest way to become accustomed once again to crowds of people, you know. Last night was the first time that I'd stepped in front of 7,000, 8,000 people and said, good evening, you know. And I'd rather have done it nearer home than go over there and do it, you know.
Yeah. Because the last time... Well, I remember a gig that you did about 3-4 years ago at the Marquee, which I enjoyed very much. I mean, I know the sound wasn't that good that night, but the atmosphere was fantastic. And the venue was very small. Mm-hmm. And we've read stories over the last couple of weeks of the riots to get tickets now for Led Zeppelin concerts. And obviously, with the demand, you're having to play enormous auditoriums. I mean, would you prefer really in many ways to go back to playing smaller gigs, or do you really get off on the bigger ones?
I think it's irrelevant, providing that you can create and establish and maintain an atmosphere, you know, whether it be in a small place or a large place. And we found with America that it can be... We pulled it off with 57,000 people, you know, and that was quite a thing. I mean, it could have been 57,000 people, Led Zeppelin, and no atmosphere, you know, but it seems to work. It seems to be okay. So it doesn't matter. We tried returning to the small gigs disastrously once in England when everybody was going, they're big time, you know? And it was really just about the same.
Yeah. The new album's finished, and it's the first Led Zeppelin double album too. Is it all new songs, Robert?
I should say just over 50% of the stuff is new, and some of the stuff is old, crazy stuff, you know, really good stuff that we thought we can't keep it in the can any longer, let's put it out, you know.
Yeah.
So it's about 50-50.
How long did it take to do this one?
We did it in different stages. I should say altogether the new stuff took about 4 or 5 months, you know, but nothing was, there was no continuous work employed at all, you know. We worked so long and then suddenly we feel maybe we should take a rest for a bit. In fact, that's Led Zeppelin, really.
Because it's been quite a long time, Robert, since the last album. Why has it been so long?
We've been involved in a lot of things. We've been coming to a lot of conclusions and decisions and starting the record company off, you know. We got mixed up in quite a gargantuous film, you know, so all these things lead up to, you know, time is swallowed by every move, you know.
Yeah. The film, because I've heard a lot about the film, that's the American tour film, presumably. Are we going to be able to see that fairly soon?
Well, fairly soon. It's like... fairly soon is I don't know how long fairly soon is in most people's mind's eyes, but I shouldn't think it'll be too long now. It's virtually finished, you know. I think I said that about 6 months ago, but this time it is virtually finished.
What actually is it? Is it gigs?
It's 1 gig at Madison Square Garden, interspersed by what we would consider to be representations of how we'd like ourselves to be seen or off stage, you know, one way or another. And there's a lot of sort of waffle that goes on around the gig included there too. It's quite realistic for New York.
Yeah.
If anything is realistic in New York.
It occurred to me, Robert, that really the only single that we've had released from Led Zeppelin in Britain is Jamaica. Yet in America there have been quite a number of singles, principally really Whole Lotta Love. Why is it that there have been no singles in Britain?
It's just a whim, I think, that we've got. You know, we prefer... I think albums are the true statement of a group's work, you know. You have time in an album to show or to indicate exactly what you've been up to over a period of time creatively, you know. If you take a single off an album and stick it out, that's just a part of the album. It might as well stay on the album, you know. But in the past, through Atlantic Records, they've worried us into saying, oh, let's have a single, you know. There's the top 40 stations over there, and lots of young kids who probably wouldn't get into the album unless they heard a track on the top 40 stations, you know. I personally don't agree with it, you know. But now we have our own label, we can rectify it.
Because it occurs to me really that like a Led Zeppelin single in the British top 20 at the moment would really energise. I mean, how do you feel about, I mean, the top 20 in Britain at the moment?
Well, how can I say anything without being insulting to somebody? Well, of course, I'm not very pleased, really. When I first started singing, I had the choice of singing music that, you know, that I could really bring from my soul and my body and, you know, and to express myself, or sing a load of mush. And it seems that the charts in England have always had quite a load of mush in them, you know. So I'm not really... maybe the time will come when Little Feat and people like that come into the charts, you know. It'll refresh it a little bit.
Have you, between you, ever thought of doing individual albums? I mean, will Swan Song give you the opportunity of doing that?
Well, no doubt it would if we felt that it would benefit either of us, any of us individually. But I don't think that I could possibly do it without playing with the other guys, you know. It's part of my charisma is, you know, is reliant on the other three, you know, and the same with everybody else, you know. We really get off on playing together, you know? That's the whole secret of... I couldn't really go away and play with anybody else, because if I wanted to play, who else would I need for a drummer but Bonzo, you know? And the same with Jimmy and Jonesy. I don't think it wouldn't be right.
Can we talk about the label a little bit, Robert? Because, I mean, how actively are each of you involved in the label day by day?
Day by day, not too greatly. Only when we can see points that we can raise that are really valid. It's a very early stage in the evolution of it at the moment, and we're finding things out obviously by the day. You know, what has to be done, what hasn't got to be done, and that. As far as say with the Pretty Things and things like that. It gave us great pleasure to go abroad and to be present at a lot of press conferences and things like that for them, because to me they're a band who've really got to make it now, you know. And so we all got off our asses and got on the plane and moved for the first time for a long time, you know. That part of it ain't too bad.
Are you going to filter new bands through the label too?
Yeah, but nothing must be done too quickly, because the whole idea of the label is to keep it a reasonable size. If you start getting too clever, and obviously people come along with the success that we've had, and they think that to be involved with Zeppelin on any level at all is going to be you know, advantageous to them. Now, if we took in all the offers that we might get, then the organisation that we're trying to build up into something valid it would just get a bit clogged up, you know. Yeah. So it has to be done slowly.
Are any of you going to get involved in production for the label?
This again is a matter of time. You can imagine how involving it is to even be on the road, you know. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of and writing a lot of material. There's a lot of material that we write that sometimes we say, oh no, forget that altogether. So we're really tied up with our own stuff too, you know. But if something comes along that is really, really appealing, you know, or that we can really add a taste to, individually or together or whatever, you know, then it's just a case of waiting and seeing, you know.
Just finally, Robert, at the end of the American tour, Led Zeppelin's long-term plans, are you going to do England after that?
Well, I think it's about time that we did, you know. What we'd like to do, I think, is make it some kind of event, like when we did the Empire Pool. We did that I think we were the first band to take that place and do something not extraordinary, but a little bit of an event, you know, performing pigs with ruffs around the neck. They didn't do too well, actually, but they were there, you know, trampoline acts and just an atmosphere of an occasion, you know. And if we can find, which I think possibly we can in early summer, find a suitable place to do something as entertaining on a large scale as that, you know, then I think we will. We tried Ali Pali, you know, about 2 years ago on a Christmas, and it was It wasn't disastrous. It sounded brilliant on stage, but the place just wasn't built for Zeppelin. You know, it was too cold, and the sound was, you know, you might as well have been playing in an empty hall for the sound that you got, you know. So really, we've got to find the right place, and then go to town on it in true style.
Robert Plant, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.